So this one just came out this month, which is August 2026, and it's a brand new Oars figure. So here's how they packaged it. Pretty good packaging. There is some space in there, but the bubble wrap is pretty, it's kind of forming a cushion for him on the top and the bottom, so it's kind of keeping him in place like that with bubble wrap, so pretty good. Let's get him out. So here he is in his big cushion of bubble wrap. Well, that's going like all the way across. And there he is. Alright, so this one isn't quite as small as a regular Funko Pop. He's like one size up. Apparently they have 4 sizes, and I don't really collect Funko Pops, so I'm not too familiar with all the sizes, but I do know they have like a giant size. I see them at stores all the time, and I wonder why they didn't just make Oars in that giant size. But maybe they'll do another one later on where they do make him the giant size. Like maybe it'll just be the same sculpt and they'll just blow it up bigger. But yeah, at least this one is one size bigger than the traditional basic Funko size. And there's no tape on it. This was also, it was an exclusive online on the Funko shop. And he's number 2405. So yeah, no tape on here. I'm not sure if like the ones in the stores are like this also. Do they ever come with tape? Maybe the online exclusive ones are like this. Maybe they're all like this. I really have no idea because, as I said, I don't collect these. But I love Oars. I love Thriller Bark, so I just had to get this thing. I couldn't pass up a brand new Oars figure. And you know, if they make a giant one, I'm probably going to get it too. If they make like the jumbo size or whatever it's called. But let's get him out of here. Looks like he's coming out of the plastic. Alright. Yeah, so I guess this like came disconnected during shipping. Something. Let's see if I could stick it back on before I take him out. No, whatever. So on the bottom of the feet we have some little copyright markings. There's that one up close. Let's see the other one. Funko LLC 2026, Funko.com, made in Vietnam. And yep, we can see all the bandages going up under his loincloth thing. The skulls look nicely sculpted, and it looks like this one has a little bit of color in between the crack. Some kind of little light grayish color maybe. Then this one here is just like pure white, no color really going through those cracks. But this one, yeah, this one does look to have a little bit of something maybe. And then we can see a little paint defect there, a little blotch of red right there on the top of the skull. And yeah, this little curtain part that Moria sits inside of looks good. We can see all the stitching there going around in a little swirl and then all the way up his body. And yeah, those are just plain, they're not colored in, but they do still stand out because they're actually etched into the figure. Like I could get my nail in between the little stitching. Then on his left arm we can see the SC900, some more stitching, his bandages. And his fingers, we got the little wrinkles on the fingers right there, little creases. Also see his nails sculpted. And some bandages across all the fingers. Now let's take a look at the other arm. Oh yeah, so here's where he's got like his frostbite. You can see some of his bones sticking out here. And this is actually colored nicer than the Ichiban Kuji Oars. That one just has like a really flat pink. This one's got a nicer, darker color under the bones there. So I think that looks decent for what it is. Then we have some more stitching there, some more bandages going over the fingers again. And this hand's in a fist, so we can see his fingers clenched up there. And then we can see the thumbnail. That is visible. And yeah, he's got the little cross on his loincloth there, and then the rope going all the way around. We can see a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of that tan color bleeding off down there, but it doesn't really bother me. And then what do we have? Let me zoom out a bit. All right, now here's what he looks like from the back. So we can see his giant, majestic, flowing hair back there. And it goes all the way down to right there. And then we can also see the little like blue curtain wrapping all the way around. So that's good to see. And then on the other side, we can see the stitching right here going all the way around. Now we have the horns. Let's see the horns. So sculpt looks to be good. We can see some little lines sculpted into there. I'm thinking of a different word, but it's not coming to mind right now, so I'm just going to call these lines. And then yeah, they do feel a little softer than other plastic on the figure. So yeah, if I tap the hair, it does sound sort of hollow. And then the horns are made of a softer plastic. They feel a little bit softer than other parts of the figure. They sound different too. And yeah, there's the face. Looks good. Looks like Oars. Let's zoom in and get a closer look at the details. Got the big old giant teeth. Massive. And yeah, there's the side of his face. That's also feels to be like a bit of a softer plastic. Let's get this view. That's what the bottom of Oars' head looks like. Very squarish. And they're making more of these Thriller Bark Funko Pops. Like they're making Moria, Perona, Brooke, and Nightmare Luffy. But those ones are part of like blind box things, and I don't even want to mess with that. So maybe someday I will get the Moria. I do like the way that one looks. Like when they do creatures like Oars and Moria that aren't quite human looking, I wouldn't mind getting some of those. So maybe I'll get the Moria to go along with this Oars. And here's what he looks like next to the Ichiban Kuji Oars. I don't want to take him out of the box right now, but I am planning to do a Thriller Bark setup. I'm going to set up one of my shelves and just fill it with Thriller Bark stuff. I'm hoping to get that done by the beginning of October. And now let's see how much he weighs. So before putting him on there, he feels pretty decently weighted. Like he doesn't feel like just a hollow, light thing. Like his hair does sound kind of hollow, but other parts sound more dense maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, he doesn't feel like a super light thing, but let's see how much he actually weighs. "13 ounces, so yep, 13.7 ounces. And now let's get his height. Looks to be about 17.5 centimeters tall to the tallest point, which is his horns, and then let's see that in inches. He's just under 7 inches tall. Now here's the Funko Pop Oars with some other figures. We have the Sculptures Nami, Sculptures Doflamingo, Portrait of Pirates Perona, and Grandista Boa Hancock.